What's up everyone? So I wanted to make a short clip about my gray water tank, and this is a very small gray water tank, and what I want to show is how I made a support for it. And this is a very small gray water tank. It's 10 gallons, so it's not like a 100-gallon tank, which some people like to put on their schoolies, but this is a good size for vans, first of all, and also we don't even use that much gray water and stuff, so we don't really see a reason to. This is going to be only my kitchen sink gray water. But basically the important thing that I wanted to show is how I built this little holder and then how I'm going to attach it to the bottom of the bus. So basically what I did is I took an 8-foot long L-shaped profile. This is actually an aluminum profile. I didn't even make it out of steel because this 10-gallon tank is going to be only about like 40 kilos, which is like 80 pounds. Either way, less than 100 pounds if it's totally full. And then basically what I did is I just cut out a square, like a rectangle, attached it with some locking in the corners with some locking nuts. And then I tried to use on the front as low profile bolts as possible. So I have these like low profile flat like button head screws. And then what I did is I attached some unistrut across the bottom, which I attached to the rectangular frame using just a self-tapping screw, because this is going to be supported. The pressure is going to be pushing down on the L bracket, but then these are going to be pulled up to the frame. So like there's not going to be really any load on these little self-tapping screws. Otherwise I would put in like nuts and bolts. But in this case, because these are the unistrut is being pulled up, then something more strong isn't necessary. And then as far as the gray water itself, this part isn't that. Actually in the front here, I had to make a little cutout, which I did this like super janky and ugly using a jigsaw, but it fulfills the requirement. So it's good enough for me at this stage. Like I said, I'm just trying to do a quick and dirty build here. Obviously it would be much nicer to make a nicer round cutout. And then basically this is going to be kind of like a drain for the gray water. And this is a small drain, granted, but really, so this freshwater tank came it comes with four fittings, with 4 like threads, 2 1.5-inch NPT and 2 1/2-inch NPT, but the 1.5-inch holes are sealed, so if I want to use these I need to cut them open, whereas this is always open. So I figured at first I would just use this will be my breather, and then I'll open this and this will be my inlet, because I already have my plumbing is 1.5-inch hose for the sewage, for the drain. So this will be my inlet, this will be my air, my breather, and my overflow. And then this will be like the dump. It's just a ball valve, quarter turn on-off thing. And then this will be problematic if, I don't know, bigger stuff get thrown down the drain. So first of all, we're going to try to not do that. And second of all, I could, in theory, cut out this thing and put a bigger drain valve. So maybe I'll do that in the future. But for now, this is enough. And then basically, in order to attach this to the bottom of the bus, basically I'm just going to put 4 threaded rods from here, and I'm going to thread them into the bottom of the bus using, I'm going to use rivet nuts, which I'm going to insert into, like, there are these little ribs in the bottom of the bus floor. So I'm going to put rivet nuts, 1/4-inch thread, and then a threaded bolt, 4 threaded bolts here, and it's just going to sit in the back. So that's my whole plan. But really the important thing to show is this. And then if this was a much bigger container which needed more support, I would obviously add some more unistruts, depending on if it was longer this way or if it was wider the other way. Then again, you do the same thing, just add more supports on this. But this L frame, this L profile aluminum frame, it could be done out of steel if you wanted to have more support and stronger, but this will be good enough for my needs.